Improve facilities and maintenance management with SP Facilities, an out-of-the-box solution built on top of Office 365 and SharePoint by SP Marketplace. We help you take your Office 365 and SharePoint deployment to the next level by turning it into a digital workplace. Our SP Digital Workplace Suite allows you to deliver a consistent way to do internal communications and business structure across your organization. Our workplace solutions cover many different departments and activities and functions in your organization in a consistent way. Our intranet operational portal structure allows you to deploy this in a seamless user experience with common sign-ons and fully supporting device-independent operation across your organization, built on top of SharePoint. In this video, we're going to take a look at our facilities portal. SP Facilities is a SharePoint solution template. And while it's a template, it is a full out-of-the-box application. It's built natively on Office 365 and SharePoint, which means it's also 100% customizable by business power users. That means you can change fields, change reports, change pages, any way that you need to match your requirements. It integrates with our intranet solution to provide a full operational portal structure, and we leverage Office 365 tools and services across the application to really create a next-generation facilities management solution. Now, our solution is also integrates facilities management business processes such as work order systems, asset management, maintenance, and so on, with a portal structure. And a portal structure allows you to have portals for the different roles in the facilities process. We have an employee portal, which is where employees can come in and get self-service. They can make facilities requests. They can access a knowledge base and even not access useful documents you may want to present to them. Hopefully, this will cut down on the number of calls that you get because they can get at what they need. You can also make announcements and they can see events. There's also a staff portal, and this is where your facilities staff actually operates the facilities management function. And in here, you have a full work order system, also the ability to organize documents, calendars, tasks, as well as other things too, and even see business measurement with dashboards. Let's take a look at each of these portals. First of all, if we take a look at the staff functions, this is where we see that there is a full work order management system. And it is cross-referenced with asset management, contractors, and also documents and team task type of things so that you can completely manage the whole facility's work order and activity process. There is a complete asset management capability in here, which you can also add optionally preventative maintenance to it as well. We also allow you to track contractor performance and vendor tracking related to the assets. There also is the ability to manage the contents of announcements, what you're putting in the useful documents, and so on for the employee portal. This is employee portal content management. There's full facilities management task tracking for the team, document sharing, team calendar, as well as a built-in Power BI dashboard, which allows you to actually track and measure your success as a facilities management department. Also, to do analysis on things such as, when assets should be replaced versus maintained. The employee portal is where employees can come to actually make requests to facilities. So no more plain, telephone tag and email tag. You can now track requests from employees and assign these and create the work orders that will result in delivering the services for employees. So this empowers employees with self-service, hopefully saves you time, where they can put in service requests. They can access and answer their own questions through a knowledge base. You can put announcement out here, events, and even resources such as documents or links or videos for employees as well. And employees can submit their request through their phone or their mobile device, and it can actually be submitted through email as well too. beyond our base product, which is a fully functional product, you can also add advanced features, such as asset preventative maintenance. Instead of just getting notifications of coming up maintenance work that needs to be done from the assets list, you can actually have it create work orders automatically for that asset preventative maintenance. We also have a field service power app that allows you to provide a application that is a simple application for your field service people to access through their phone or tablets. The normal product also can be accessed through the phone or tablets, but this is specifically created for this. You can also capture requests through email, service requests, and you can also have us create a facilities request web form. This is especially helpful for like facilities management for apartment complexes, or when you have to service outside users outside of your employees. And we also provide full customization services. If you don't want to build it yourself or add things yourself, we also provide services. Let's take the time now to look at a demonstration of the product. In this first part of our demo for the facilities product, I will take on the role of an employee looking to get services from facility. Now, if you have our intranet product, you can actually get to it just by going to the sites here and to facilities. If you don't have our intranet product, you can go directly to the site through a URL. Now, because I'm not part of the facilities staff, it actually transfers me to the My Facilities portal. This is the service portal that employees go to actually access facility services. So we can see here that I can actually go in and enter a new work order. I could ask a question to the knowledge base. I could get to useful documents that facilities group has put out here for me to access. I can also see any announcements. It looks like our North Carolina sales office is closed due to hurricane damage, and that actually is probably going to affect a lot of our customers out there. So we're going to see a lot of replacement solar panels. No upcoming events from this group as well, and they've also put some useful links out here too. There's department news, and I can see any work order request I've put in. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put in a new work order request, and in this case, it's to fix a thermostat, or the heat for some reason is not going on in our conference room. So I'll go in and say, heat not working in main conference room. And I'm actually in the Arizona regional office here, and I'll just put main floor. It recognizes automatically who I am. It does also allow me to put it in for somebody else if, say, I'm putting it in for a user that does not have an Office 365 ID. I can choose to pick the category, and this is basically building maintenance is what this falls under, and I can even choose a subcategory. By the way, you can change any of these fields, remove any of these fields as well, and I'll go on in and say heat is off in main conference room, and we have a big sales meeting on Friday. So give them a little bit. Now I can also go in and attach a form. I can go in and put in a image as well. But for right now, I'm just going to save this. It returns me to the My Facilities portal, and I can actually see down here the status of this, and I will actually get an email automatically from the system, which gives me a confirmation. Now what happens on the other side, I think the facility staff actually gets an email as well and is alerted that there is a new work order request there. So at this point, I can just go back to the intranet and resume any other work that I'm doing. Now, I'm going to take on a second role here as part of the facility staff. So now watch, if I go to the same exact site here and put in facilities, you'll see that it takes me to the facilities staff portal, instead. And this is great because we don't have to worry about any employees getting into our secured area. It's really just for our staff, and that's controlled with permission groups. So in the staff portal now, as part of the facility staff, now you can see that I'm in a portal that I can actually put in a new work order. If somebody calls in, I can look at all work orders. I can manage our facilities and assets within those facilities, as well as look at a dashboard here. There is internal announcements for the staff here. We can also see a calendar here of our meetings. I can even link to our Office 365 team site where I can get at our Delve board, Planner, our OneDrive, so I don't have to go over here and have to go through all these icons. It's integrated with the Office 365 capability. There's some links here that we use quite a bit. We use Bing Maps and some other things there too. And I can see any news items that come in. We happen to have actually a news feed from a Carolina news thing here as well. And I can see any new work orders that may have come in and recent asset changes and so on. So this is really kind of where we operate the function of the facilities group. We can take a look at, and we're going to be going through work orders here. And so we can see any new work orders as well. We can actually go in. I have a My Workspace. We can actually track the different buildings and facilities and assets within those. There's actually a change request function, equipment management. We can look at our facilities documents and organize those, and actually go in and take a look at facilities staff, contact information, vendors, and contractors as well. And we have a full knowledge base. Even the staff, here we can track tasks and have a staff calendar, which we saw over here as well too. So the nice thing is everything that we need to manage the facilities department is right here. But let's go take a look at work orders here and see if we've got any new work orders that have come in. Now, I did notice, by the way, over in my email that I did have a notification of a new work order that came in. So here's a notification, and we can route who should be notified for work orders based on the category or based on location, for instance. So that way you can get notifications of new work orders through email directly to people, again, based on their specialty or based on their location. So I see there is a new work order that has come in here. You can see that this is a whole list of work orders, and I actually can manage work orders and look at them from different views. But here's the one that just came in. I'm going to click on it and open it. Now I can see that this came in. It's related to the Arizona regional office here, and it looks like the heat's not working, and looks like we better get on this now as they have a meeting. Now you can see that what has happened here is we've dynamically grown the form, because now instead of just a end user that wants a simple form, we actually want to track quite a few things. So we can track, who it's assigned to. We can put due dates and so on it. We can actually relate items, like we have this facility here that we've cross-referenced to. There's actually ability to assign it to different people. It could be to staff. It could be to a contractor that is assigned. There's a work log where we can actually keep work log history, a knowledge base that we can put an article in and actually send it out to the user. We can print a work order at any time off and have it to hand over to one of the maintenance workers. We can assign tasks. Maybe something needs to be ordered. We can upload documents related to the work order as well, or even create a new change request. This is for larger changes, like maybe we have to replace a whole compressor. So let's go in and edit this and assign this work order. So we're now editing the work order. And by the way, again, just to remind you, this can be done both on tablets or I'm on a laptop right now. And so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, let's take a look at details and status. I'm going to assign this, and the request type is a problem. And a lot of these fields are for reporting purposes. And I'm going to assign this to Tom. out here and as well. Or I could have also assigned it to a contractor, and it would actually create. We have a number of contractors that we work with in different areas. Here's, for instance, Arizona Best Workman, Dustin Trailblazer here. So we can also assign it there, and it would send an email to them alerting them. I could put a due date on there, and this does need to be done before Friday, so I could do that. If it's something larger to do, you can schedule it as well. You can actually select what equipment you might need. This is not a full checkout, check-in, but it actually allows you to track what equipment's been used in what type of things. And we can also pick a related asset to this. So this is in the Arizona office. There's a HVAC system there. I can also go in and give Tom some instructions in the work log. So I'll go in and say, check the thermostat first before you go messing with the HVAC system. There. And as well, we keep track of time logs and so on. And it does track who put in this information. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And the worker order is now saved, and Tom will actually get an alert that he needs to come in and or do something with this work order. So we can see that it was done. We track when it was created, the time it was created, priority, and so on as well. So I'm going to also become Tom now. And so Tom can come into the portal here, and he can actually go in and see, any new work orders that has been put in as well. And so, or he could go over here and see just my work orders as well. Now, since I'm not Tom, I'm just going to take a look at all work orders here. And what Tom can then do is actually come in, open this, and get information that he needs to actually work on the work order. So he's opening up the work order. Now, the nice thing is this is what we call a super view, and he could actually go in and see information on the facility itself. And we call this a super view because you never have to get out of the work order to get to the information that's needed. So here's information on this facility. Here we can see what assets are within the facility, what work orders have been done related to this facility here as well. In fact, this is nice. If there is any open ones, he might want to address those as well too. As he goes through this, he could also go in and take a look at some of the detailed status, like, for instance, he may want to look at the HVAC system and see what has been done recently to it. So he's cross-referencing from the work order and taking a look at the HVAC system here. We can see that the history of it. We can see any maintenance log. It looks like it was done there or due for next maintenance in April. There's any related work orders to this. We see there was a couple of them out here already, and any change requests related to this too. So looks like there was a AC motor that was out and replaced a few months ago. And any documents related to it, and this could be warranties, this could be a maintenance checklist as well too. And we can even print information if we need to about this asset. So he's been able to take a look at it. It looks like nothing unusual has been done. If we take a look at the work log here, Daryl says to check the thermostat here too. And it doesn't look like he put anything in here, but if there was a way to check or replace the thermostat, a KB article, I could go in and look that up too as well. So I'm going to go in and check the thermostat, and as Tom, he can actually edit the item, and it looks like all that was missing was just a battery. We got to actually have put that in the knowledge base so that they could have done that themselves out there, and we could have sent off something about that. But I'm going to go in and do a couple of things here. I could create a task for somebody. If we did need to order a new thermostat from right here, I could create a task for somebody and assign it to them to order that new thermostat, and they would get an email as well. But I'm just going to go in and put in the work log that just said replaced thermostat battery. I don't know why it's not hooked up to the electricity there directly, but we'll have to take a look at that. And over here in the details and status, I could go in and close it. What will happen when it's closed is that it will send an email to the requester to let them know out there that it has been done. And I could actually also go in and put any description of that I wanted to here too. And I could even put a specific user correspondence through email to them, and if they reply, get any email replies here too. So, but this is basically a simple work request that we've done and kind of taken it through the process. As you can see, we can actually do much more by getting other people involved or uploading specific documents, or it could be images as well, and link them to the work order. So I'm going to hit save, and this work order will be processed. So now I may want to take on the role of a supervisor, and obviously what a supervisor wants to do is to do some evaluation of things. They may want to evaluate how many work orders, our activities as well, or our services. So again, they can go to this work orders list, and the nice thing is with SharePoint is that you can look at them from many different angles. So I could get an idea of tell me the work orders by facilities or by asset here, and this will help me really find out which is the problem facilities out here. Here's the Arizona regional office, and there's been only 8 here as well. There's the Grass Valley warehouse too. So I can actually do quite a few different analyses of work orders here. I could find out who the main requesters have been, and it looks like this Daryl Trimble, John Day, wow, he's been requesting a lot of them out here as well. And so I could see all those. And again, the nice thing is I can go in and even go in and say, show me all of them that are still open for John. So if John called in and goes, I'm not getting a work order done, I could go in and see them by different views here as well. So the nice thing here is I can actually go in and see things however I want to see them. I can see them by month. I can see there's 36 in September, much more active than in the other months. And that's actually related to we were having some issues in North Carolina with a storm that hit there. And so there was a lot of things that were out. Now on the front page too, there is a dashboard that I can see more information related to work orders. And again, one of the key things to remember here is you can create your own reports, your own views, beyond the ones that are already created. This dashboard is actually in something called Power BI. It's part of your Office 365 out here. So this is a way to actually do some analysis and reporting on what's going on in the facilities department. You could analyze perhaps what assets are giving the most problems and so on here too. And the nice thing is this is completely changeable, and you can even go in and it's dynamic. So if I wanted to see just particularly anything related to September, it changes everything here as well too. So very useful there. Now, one of the other nice things too is we have full asset tracking and facilities tracking. So for instance, for assets, not only can I take a look at all the assets, but I could also go in and see some different views here to do some analysis of which ones have maintenance due, for instance, coming up here, and which one, and do any type of things, which ones have had the most work orders as well, or even if you have assets in inventory that aren't assigned and somebody comes in, they want a new piece of furniture or something like that, you can check and see which ones are not assigned out to anybody already too. Also, one thing to note on this is if you have any people fields here too. So for instance, if I go into here, a warehouse or office and I see that it's assigned to a user, I can hover over them and actually talk to them through Skype for Business or actually email them too. So this is all hooked in with your Office 365 too. And so, for instance, if I want to take a look at that HVAC in that Grass Valley office, again, even on a single asset here, I can actually see maintenance history, related work orders. And if you have our preventative maintenance option, instead of just getting notices that something's going to be due at this time via email, you can actually have it automatically create a work order. That's an optional component that you can order with the product as well. And so, and related change requests, as we saw before, there's been no changes on this asset in the Grass Valley office as well. So it's the ability to really go in and track things. And you can actually upload assets from an Excel spreadsheet to populate this as well. And you can also export out to Excel too. So it's very nice. You can also go in and add alerts, such as when an asset is past a perhaps maintenance due date. You can have it send emails as well, and you can print this list anytime that you wish to. Let's take a look at a couple of other things as well too. As I mentioned, we also keep track of vendors here, and we can see which vendors have what assets here as well. And we can look at equipment used. These are all lists that we keep track of as well. And there is even a My Workspace in here where the folks working in here or myself can come in and see what documents they have created in the My Documents here. They can also see what work orders are assigned to them, what tasks are assigned to them as well too. So it is a full, more than just a work order system and an asset tracking system. It's a full kind of management portal for the facilities staff and the ability to keep documents as well and calendars too. We even have people using it kind of as a light scheduling capability too, using the calendars. So that's a light overview of the facilities portal. It is a very robust and very functional product. And the nice thing is it fits right in with your Office 365, and it can link to your email. It is integrated with Word, Excel, all those Office 365 capabilities, and things like Skype for Business, so that you can even have discussions right from this and not have to necessarily get into another application. Again, this isn't everything. I do advise you go to our site, take a look at the features list, or even better, arrange a live demo for you and your staff. Thank you for taking the time to see a demonstration of this product. Remember, we have over 11 modules that help you turn Office 365 into a digital workplace. Transforming your business with Office 365. Learn more at spmarketplace.com.